So this is the third video on a three-part analysis and making about these strange circumstances that have developed in the past 48 hours about the Charlie Kirk assassination. Namely that TPUSA's Chief of Staff, Mikey McCoy, had this extremely strange behavior when Charlie Kirk was shot. I already made this video that you can watch in this channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description. I really encourage you to watch this one. This would be the first video of this three-part analysis. The second video that is already out is this one, which is the reaction of the TPUSA dudes to explaining what happened with Mikey McCoy's behavior. This is a longish one. This is almost 40 minutes long, but yeah, you needed to watch this. If you have to watch a video, make sure to watch them in order. And this one that you're about to watch is the third one, then which Candace Owens released footage showing Turning Point USA staffer Terrell Farnsworth rushing to film a selfie video moments after Charlie Kirk was shot, prematurely declaring him dead. Farnsworth, one of Kirk's closest friends, was also the individual who removed the overhead cameras just minutes after Charlie was shot. So we already have the outrageous thing. There's something that I just can't wrap my head around. That this guy, this guy, recorded a video, a selfie video, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this, and then we can. I'm gonna add a couple more clips after we watch this. But watch this while I do something at the back. I already watched this video, and I'm gonna comment it as soon as it's over.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. He's dead.
So again, it's there's a lot to be said about this, and people are asking, okay, where was this guy? Where was he, guys? Because, by the way, he's the same guy, Terrell Farnsworth, the one who took down the cameras after he shot that selfie video that you saw, which, by the way, in a moment like that, I can understand that, but I don't know. It's like I could think about, okay, maybe for some reason you want to draw your camera to record people carrying Charlie Kirk to the SUV to get him to the hospital. But why would you record yourself, like your reaction? Why would you do that? What was the intention? And I mean, is that performative? Is that narcissistic? I don't understand. Somebody has just been shot. You don't know if there's an active shooter in the area, and you point a camera to yourself, to your face, to do this. I have no idea. So many. I mean, so many people are trying to defend this as, and you don't know how would you react. Yeah, I would know that. I would make sure, first of all, that, well, I don't get shot, because that is survival instinct. That is survival, pure and simple survival instinct. I already recorded an analysis of the TPUSA dudes say that, oh yeah, we were shocked, but they, in some instances, for what is convenient, they were shocked and shell-shocked and did not remember all details. And when it's time to remember very specific details, they remember those details perfectly. So which one is it? So this guy not only was the one who took down that SD camera card, the SD card from the camera was behind Charlie. less than 5 minutes after Charlie had been shot. I remember that when I made that video, I counted the minutes, and I said, what is this? What is this? And I said, you think that was 1 hour? No. Half an hour? No. 10 minutes? No. 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, he was taking that down. And he was really very conveniently, thanks Eddie Spaghetti for pointing that out on my X account. If you want to follow me on X and pitch me topics, there's my X account right there in the description of this video. This guy was perched on this kind of slope and recorded himself and what was going on right now, because as if that was something important to do, that was something critical to do, that was something a sane human being would do. Again, this is a clip. You see the guy perched up in that slope here. You see that here's where they come from, the back of where Charlie was debating before he was shot. And there's a guy. There's the guy right there. And there you see him pointing the phone at him. Sorry about this. Let me see. You see the guy? Yeah. Oh, let me record a selfie of this. Let me record a selfie of this. Again, not even 2 minutes have passed. I would say that not even 1 minute and a half. I could say that 90 seconds had passed. And this guy immediately walked to this area and began recording a selfie video of let me watch this again.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
You notice that this rush was very quick. You know that this happened very quickly. So he couldn't have been there like more than 20 seconds before this happened. This not even 2 minutes into this. And you see that the guy just stays with the camera in there, pointed at him. Okay, maybe he wanted to record and inform the people. Maybe he could be live streaming, informing people what's going on. But no, let me just point the camera at me for some seconds because, well, I don't know. That's gonna do something. That's gonna help in some way to whatever is happening. I mean, I don't know. So many people say, Jesus, how would you know how people would react in a situation like this? I don't know, but I do know, if you have watched the other 2 parts of this video, that, oh yeah, covering my ears instantly after that happens is not a normal reaction in any shooting circumstance. And yeah, just being perched on a slope and recording a selfie video without trying to inform people, to do something or whatever. It's a sound thing to do. This is outrageous how people are trying to kind of explain this, because I have seen many kinds of reactions under a shooting, and yes, there could be as varied all the variety you want in terms of reaction to shootings. But this is a new one. I have to say, this is a new one.
They just shot Charlie.
It also that he says, they just shot Charlie. Why does he say they? I mean, it's in the scenario, in the circumstances, since you don't know what really happened, you do know one thing, that Charlie was shot. So the word would be, the sentence would be, Charlie has just been shot. Charlie was shot. Like, I don't know, if it was one or two. He says they. Why would he say they? And again, why would he be recording a selfie? I don't know. Maybe you can help me in the comments. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this is this falls under a normal shell shock reaction of being in the middle of a shooting, just having seen, because he was right next to Charlie when this happened. Again, I'm not pointing fingers towards anybody. I don't want to fuel any conspiracies. I am just trying to observe this and try to make sense of this behavior. Recording an effing selfie video. That is not normal. Maybe you have a different opinion. I don't know. I just want you to imagine this. I just want you to imagine this. Imagine that you're in the same circumstances. And imagine that you put your phone out. Imagine that you put your phone out and begin like this, like he's doing. My phone out like this. Do you feel that is absurd? That is odd. I mean, what? I have no words. I have no words. I have been analyzing behavior for a long time, and I've seen crazy stuff. I've seen odd reactions. I've seen, I don't know, every single unexplainable behavior that you can name, but I don't know. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss. Just before you go, remember that this is the third video on a three-part analysis on whatever Mikey McCoy, the chief of the staff of TPUSA, was doing when Charlie Kirk was shot. Okay, I made a first video that is already out. Was this one analyzing his behavior that makes no sense? Made a second video about the TPUSA dudes trying to explain, given the worst explanation possible about what happened. And then this is the third part and final one, in which I really don't know. I have no way of explaining or justifying the behavior of this guy. So again, let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.